Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back and watching me and for all the love and support that I've received over the past couple of weeks. But yeah, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2 palette. So if you want to see how I got on with this palette and how I ended up with this eye look, then carry on watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Let's get stuck straight in. So today we're going to be doing like a review on the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. Now it comes like this. The packaging is pretty nice, so you get like a cardboard little cover in front of it, and then behind it shows you all the colours that are in the palette. So it actually shows all the names as well, which is really good because you know you can get like a rough idea on what kind of colours are going to be in the palette before you even buy it. So yeah, this is a Warm Neutrals Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. Now you could buy this on its own, which is on the Beauty Bay website, I believe, or Cult Beauty. I'm going to have to double check and see which website I bought it from because I think they both stock it, I'm not 100% sure, but I will link that down below. But yeah, you can buy this palette on its own, or you could buy the palette and it comes with like 2 brushes as well. This retails for £30 and 50p on its own if you are from the UK. I'm not sure what that would translate into dollars or any other foreign currency, but £30 and 50p, and if you end up buying it with the 2 brushes, I think it retails for around £37 or £40. I will have to double check that for you, but yeah, you get 2 brushes. So one brush is the tapered blending brush, which is the E35 Sigma brush, and the other brush is the eye shading brush in E55. I've heard quite a lot of good things about Sigma brushes, so I'm so excited to give these a try. But yeah, let's open the packaging. I haven't actually opened this as of yet. I thought I would wait till I film this on camera. I've had this sitting in my makeup collection for a good month now since I've been back from Glasgow, and I've been dying to try it. I just thought I would wait to film on camera. So anyways, it comes like this. You get like a little label sheet, so I'm just going to take that off. It comes with a nice mirror. Packaging is quite sturdy, it's all cardboard. That's what the shades look like. I'm going to use the brushes that come with this palette to test out the brushes as well as the palette. So yeah, what I'm going to do is first prime my eyelids because I haven't done that as of yet. So I'm just going to use the Nip and Fab concealer, so in the shade 20, and I'm going to place that all over my eyelids. Now this concealer is slightly dark for my skin tone, but I'm not too bothered. At this point I just want like an eye base on my lid, so that my eyes are nicely prepped. The good thing with this concealer is it dries in pretty quickly, so you could start to work on top of it as soon as, you know, basically you've laid it down. Now I'm going to take the shade Humble from the palette, which is this shade right here, and you do get slight kickback on the palette just there. I don't really mind that, but I know a lot of people do, so I'm just going to brush off the excess, and I'm just going to place that, what is this black thing on my lid? Okay, it's just a brush here. So I'm just going to place that all over my lid just to set that all in place. It does seem slightly chalky from the looks of it. But anyways, let's see how we get on with the other colours. We're going to go on with the shade Toasty. I've done a swatch of it, which is why it looks slightly messed up, but I've never used this palette before. But again, I'm going to, whoa, that has a lot of kickback, like a lot, like again, like I said before, I don't mind it, but it does. As soon as you dip your brush into the palette, you get a lot of fallout, so be wary. It has picked up quite a bit on the brush, so I'm going to begin to work that in my crease. Oh wow, it is pigmented. I didn't think it would be that pigmented. The brush is working nicely. It's not the best brush, but I guess I could work with it, like it's okay. I've heard like quite a lot of good things about Sigma brushes. I'm having to dip into the palette a good couple of times to pick up some product, but I like the fact that this colour isn't too pigmented, because as a transition colour you just want a wash of colour on your lid anyways, so I'm not unhappy about that. But yeah, the colour does seem to be blending it okay. It is slightly sticking to certain areas, like so the colour is sticking to like this part of my eyelid more than any other part. I've just come back from Glasgow and I am so sorry that I have not been consistent on my YouTube channel and my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I do post a lot more there than I do on YouTube, so I need to start to be a bit more active, if you want to say, on Instagram, sorry, on YouTube. So this colour looks a little bit more red than it does on the pan. If you look at the pan, it looks more like light brown, if you want to say, like a toasty brown, exactly what the name of the shadow says. But yeah, so it looks more like burnt orangey brown in the pan, but when you place it on your eyelid it looks more red, which is weird. But anyways, let's just go with it. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Henna, which is this shade here. I'm going to go in with the same brush. So again, I'm testing out the brushes as well, which is why I'm not switching up my brushes. So let's just, again, so I'm going to go slightly below my crease and start to blend. Oh wow, that colour is a lot more pigmented than the first colour, so in comparison to Toasty. I'm not taking a lot of product because, like I said, it is quite pigmented. I literally dipped my brush in once. That colour blended in so nicely, like it was so easy and quick. Again, this colour is going on slightly different to the colour it looks in the pan, so it looks a lot browny in the pan, but when you place it on it's got more of a red undertone. I'm not mad at it, but I would prefer it to look like it does in the pan. Now I'm going to take the shade After Hours, which is the shade here, and I'm going to go in with that flat brush instead. So what we're going to do is deepen up the crease and also place that on the outer corners of my eyes. So I'm going to place that on the outer corner first. So just pat the product on, and then what you want to do is go back in with that fluffy brush and just blend. This colour is slightly tougher to blend. Now if you see, it's just sitting on that side there, it's not really moving in much. I might have to take some of Henna just to help blend that out, so which I'm going to do just now. So if I take Henna and help blend that out, it might work a little bit better. Now I have got slight fallout on my face just here, but nothing major. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to place that all over the lid. And then what we'll do is we'll put like concealer in the middle and then maybe place that green shadow as like a spotlight. That might work better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in the shade 1.5. Now this is slightly lighter than my skin tone. Don't want to go in with a darker one because it will just look slightly washed out. So I'm just going to pick up some of that concealer and I'm just going to place it in the middle. I know it looks really messy, but please just excuse the messy handwork. Okay, I know that looks really messy, but just honestly it's fine. Now we're going to go in with Fool's Gold, which is that green shade there, and I'm just going to place that in the middle. Okay, so I'm not going to set the concealer. Now it does take a couple of swipes to pick up the product, there is quite a lot on my hand, but I feel like it's not really picking up much, and it doesn't look as pigmented on the eyes as it does in the pan, so I'm quite disappointed at that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Sigma, the shade Henna, and I'm going to just help buff out those edges. And just using that. Guys, I'm going to take that same flat shade brush from Sigma, I'm just giving it a quick wipe, and I am going to wet my brush with some MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, and I'm going to dip back into that palette, pick up Fool's Gold, and see if this works any better. It's slightly more pigmented than using your finger, but nothing wow. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to go in with Bittersweet from that palette because I want to use as many colours as I can. So I want to use that on top of that green, see if that kind of helps a little bit. But I'm going to use the flat brush again and just place that in the centre. Now this colour is a lot more pigmented than that green. I'm just going to run the shade Henna under my eyes, so along my lash line. Popping this under my eyes, and I'm going to pop some lashes on, and then I will give you my honest review. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. Overall, I'm happy with the colours in the palette. Unfortunately, there was a lot of kickback and a lot of fallout on my face, but I'm not 100% mad at it. There was a couple of colours in the palette, such as the green, that just didn't stand out as much as it should have, but I guess you wouldn't really wear that colour anyways on a day-to-day basis. The brushes, I wouldn't go and spend like my money on the Sigma brushes. I didn't think that they were that great, to be fair. I actually prefer my MAC brushes or the blank canvas brushes. I felt like the brushes just did not pick up enough pigment, especially if you are testing out a palette and you want to give your honest and full review on the palette. Then you want to be able to use brushes that will actually pick up enough pigment for you to show off those skills on your eyes. So after trying to, you know, place that green colour on my lid with that flat brush from Sigma, it just wouldn't pick up anything, despite me trying and trying and trying. I did try and wet my brush and it just did not work out. So I'm quite disappointed in the foiled shadows. So I feel like the mattes are a lot better than the shimmers. I haven't tried out the other ones just yet, but maybe I could do that for you in another tutorial if you would prefer that. If I'm completely honest, I would reach out for this palette just to use the nude shades in it, because I felt like they did blend out pretty well. So definitely would pick up this palette for that, but for the foiled and any sort of glittery shades, I just wouldn't. I don't think I would buy another Sigma palette, to be fair. If you are usually drawn to more neutral shades and warmer tones, then this palette would definitely be good for travelling or for just an everyday palette. Would I reach out for this palette again? Maybe to use the neutral shades because they did blend out beautifully, but it would not be like my go-to palette, if you get me. There are other palettes out there, especially drugstore palettes, that do a much better job than the Sigma one, especially as this retails for £30. And yeah, it does have about 12 shadows in it, but for 30 quid you aren't getting what you asked for, if you get me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. Turn on your post notifications bell button icon thing. Turn that on so that you can see what I do in my next video. If you are new here, then don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I do many tutorials on Instagram. So yeah, hopefully I will see you in my next video. Take care guys, bye.